My name is Emily and I'm from Fresno, California.
My name is Sam and I'm from Gilroy, California.
My name is Shrikar and I'm from Collierville, Tennessee.
Jose, and I'm from Cali, Colombia.
The RC Car and Perch competition is where we get together with our TA groups and design a car and basically a boat out of PVC pipe, duct tape, lots of duct tape, motors, propellers, and like a wooden dowel, and that's all we get. And some mesh to catch the balls in. The goal is to collect as many balls as you can in a period of time, and there's also a race component for the RC car.
For the RC car, there's basically a hub and a ring. And in the ring, of course, there's tennis balls, ping pong balls, and miscellaneous objects. And the goal for the car is to, of course, grab as many balls as possible, doesn't matter which ones they are, and bring it to the hub. When you bring all the balls to the hub, the balls are counted and then thrown back in. You just rinse and repeat the process and go back and forth. Some balls are weighted more heavily than others for points, and it's the same concept for the Perch. You go out, you collect as many balls as possible, bring them back to the corner, and they're counted and then thrown back out. I worked on designing it, engineering the structure of it, and working with the motors especially. Where to put them, I waxed them.
Well, our team was actually very organized. Most of the time we spent in design. I especially did like soldering for the controller and the motors.
On the project, I mainly worked on soldering different components on the RC car and the Perch. I actually did most of the work on the RC car because not everyone was familiar with how to solder. I had to step up and take that position. I actually am part of a robotics team in my school, and I solder like almost every other day. Our RC didn't work out so well because we did not position the wheels in a good position. During the race, our RC car stopped working and it wouldn't move forward because one of the axles on the motors was a little bent because we kind of over-practiced.
The actual devices were really good. They actually did well. I think we got second in the RC car.
Honestly, our problem with the RC car was that our soldering didn't go very well, and then our wires fell apart and we had to duct tape them back together, and then our wheels literally fell off. Luckily, we had other cars that had already gone, so we demolished their cars and used their motors and put them on ours.
I think the thing I learned the most was actually how to work with people. I think I learned a lot about how to work with different kinds of people, with people who maybe want to take a back seat and not talk as much, or people who are the opposite and they want to go forward and shout their ideas. I think I learned a lot about how to mix everybody's ideas and try and get everybody to say something.
There's lots of curveballs. It's never going to go exactly how you think it is, but you always just got to work with what you got.
One thing that I would take away is that everyone has their own weaknesses and strengths, and if we come together and combine our strengths to overcome the whole group's weaknesses, we can make good results and make something really big.
This process reminded me why I actually like engineering. The satisfaction of watching your product work after hours of working on it passionately is just so fulfilling.